Hi, folks. Scott here. Just jumping on to say hello and talk a little bit about Social Security, the need to fix it, and the reasons why it's not being done now. It's because. It's because, once again, we've been lied to. Yep. Once again, the Democrats have lied to us. Well, I've heard some stories, I've heard some rumors, I've heard some conjecture, speculation, and gossip. Here's the deal: they might change the cost of living adjustment to the consumer price index for seniors, which would be more of a reflective cost of living adjustment than the current one, which is the consumer price index for everyone. And it doesn't work that way. People on disability, people who are retired, people who are living on Social Security disability or any kind of Social Security income probably need this income a lot more. The cost of living is a lot higher for people with medical conditions and people who are elderly. So, with that in mind, hey, President Biden, hey, Schumer, hey, Pelosi, hey, Warden, hey, Sanders, hey, AOC, Elon Omar, hey, people, wake up. You guys were sitting here, and hey, especially Elizabeth Warren, while I'm at it, she's the one who proposed this whole $200 a month added to the Social Security. I really honestly think $200 is a little low. A little low. Even if you were to grant people $200 more a month, assuming that's the case. Let's just say, for instance, somebody who's blind or visually impaired to a point where they cannot drive a car and cannot work would have to rely on public transportation and have to live near a city or in a city. So the average rent is about $1,000 to $1,200 a month. That's just in the lower end of a city rent. That's the very low end of a city rent. Now, most places don't even include utilities. So you're talking about somebody getting $9,600 a year, or about $815 a month. So if you gave somebody, another $200 a month, that's still only $1,000 a month. Not really able to afford to pay much more than rent. No utilities, anyway. No food. Certainly no hygiene. Certainly no clothing. Certainly none of the above. So that's the problem. Is $200 is way, way, way under the amount people need to survive on. Now, if you want to talk to me about increasing people's income to $1,400 a month as a baseline, we might be able to work something out there. I think that would be a pretty fair and pretty decent beginning, anyway, to bring people out of the rut. And then also change the cost of living adjustment so that each year their income is guaranteed to go up by a certain percentage. And 1% even would be decent, but even so, it should be a minimum of 2% or 3% because the cost of living goes up exponentially. It just seems to me that the cost of living has gone way above and beyond what people on Social Security get. And the Social Security doesn't adjust for it. Doesn't account for rents going double and triple the price in 10 years. Doesn't account for the fact that food and groceries cost a lot more these days. It just seems to only account for what the federal government decides is fair and what the federal government assumes will be enough. There's a major conflict there because what the federal government assumes is the lowest end of the scale. The very minimum, the very lowest end of the scale. In other words, you could be living in Tennessee somewhere in a $350 a month apartment in a ghetto and you can afford to survive, but you really wouldn't be living very well. You wouldn't be surviving at all, and perhaps you might not even literally physically survive living in that kind of environment, knowing the kinds of problems that exist within it. Drugs, gangs, things like that. Anyway, moving onward, Senator Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, take heed, take action, stop being afraid of people like Mitch McConnell, and even for that matter, Joe Manchin. I think it's time that you opened up and lived up to your promises and dealt with the issue instead of just pushing it aside and ignoring 70 million people's needs. You need to do something. And oh, by the way, you can do it through budget reconciliation because just the same way you did the stimulus package, this is government financing. This is money coming from the coffers. So you can do this through budget reconciliation. So don't lie to the people and say, "Oh, no, 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 this is an issue we really can't do without a filibuster-proof vote." No, you can do it. It's will you do it? And why won't you if you already have every reason good to do it? Personally, I think there should be a universal basic income. But that's another story for another day. And hopefully, someday, we'll be able to discuss that. In the meantime, I'm disgusted, along with a lot of other people, that you guys have sat there and made promises along the campaign trail and right up until the election for helping people on Social Security, whether it be disability, SSI, or retirement benefits, the whole thing. And now all of a sudden that the election's over and everybody's got the majority and everybody's happy, there's no talk about it anymore. Don't hear nothing. Not a peep. Not a word. Nothing since January or February. Nothing. Zero. And that's sad. Because you know what that says is we've been played once again. We've been used as political pawns. And you don't care. Well, I think if you don't get something done, I think most people will be encouraged to stay home on Election Day next time. I know I will. Because I can't see, literally, going out and casting a vote once again, only to be lied to a second, third, fourth time around. So get things done, please. We need your help. We do our part every day to advocate for each other and stand up because no one else seems to want to. So there's people like me and Matt and a couple of other folks out there that are looking out for our best interests. And of course, it is our own best interests. Who else's would it be? Why else would we be here? Because we all need help. But I'm not only just for me, I'm advocating for 70 million other people too that are in a particular situation like mine, who can't live on Social Security disability. It's ridiculous, and it goes to ridiculous lengths. I've already given you the facts and figures. You know the drill. Now keep your promises and do your jobs. God bless, take care, and this is going to go out on Twitter as well. By the way, if you like my videos and you happen to be watching, subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you get the notifications that I'm on and I'm doing a video or I posted a video. I need more subscribers so then I can go live, and it would be great if I could. So thanks everybody for watching. I know I just sound like a raving fool sometimes, but you know what? I'm only doing this for the benefit of other people too. I'm doing it to help everyone. So when I talk to you senators and congressmen on this video, I want you to understand that it's for the good of everyone. Yes, the $1,400 stimulus checks help, but they're far, far from enough. We need a permanent solution.